it done. That's what I'm talking about.
In my focus, I wanna get it on till I die. In my focus, I wanna get it on till I die. Y'all remember me? Y'all remember me? In my focus, I wanna get it on till I die.
Ladies and gentlemen, today, in the first episode of How Not to Be a Noob, Halo Wars 2 Edition, we're going to be talking about mines, what they do, how powerful they are they useful, when are they useful, and how to make them better, and how to improve your gameplay to make the most out of plasma mines and every other type of mine in the game. Today we'll be specifically discussing plasma mines with an overview over the other types. First thing,
Local units.
most people don't know that mines are actually buffable by fortifications from your War Council or Armory as UNSC. By getting fortifications, it doesn't specifically state anything about mines, but it upgrades the damage on them, and as you will see, has other profound effects with special mines, such as plasma mines. Stay tuned, and we'll get right into it.
War Council constructed.
Okay, so we've already tested no fortifications off screen here because we don't want to make this video too long. What I'm going to do now is I have fortifications 1, and just as a reference, I'm going to put this down. The mine's right on top of the tank. The tank should blow up that one, and then the second one should cloak, and then should blow up. So that it did about 3.5 bars of health, not counting the plasma. We're going to come back when I'm at fortifications 3 and see what happens. Alright, now that we have fortifications 3, I'm going to replace the mines on top of the tank and see if it does any more than 3.5 bars of health, now that we have upped the fortifications by 2. The tank will immediately shoot the front, back one, the middle one, and then it'll turn around, but that one will be too late, and it'll cloak, and then the explosion. As you can see, it did about 4.5 bars of health that time, and that was just the one grenade. In a normal scenario, the tank would run into all 3 mines, or if combined with the stun, it won't be able to shoot the mines in the first place. If the plasma mines were upgraded to level 2, they would surely destroy this tank. It is important to note this is a level 3 tank. It is teched out all the way, and no tank will be stronger than this one except for Isabel and Grizzly tanks. Moving on to the next test. Okay, so earlier off screen, we actually tested the plasma damage to a tank. So what we did was I took the mines and I placed them, had the tank shoot all 3 mines, and then go stand in the middle. And the result was in 40 seconds they did that amount of damage once the tank reached the middle of the plasma. We'll be doing the exact same test now, but with fortifications 3 to see if it has any effects on the plasma damage itself. Alright, so the tank is now sitting in the middle of the plasma, and I have started my stopwatch to see how much damage it'll take within 40 seconds.
Infantry level 2 researched.
We're at about 20 seconds now. $31, $32, $33, $34. Alright, so the results are basically conclusive. The plasma has absolutely no effect when it comes to fortifications. That little bit was probably due to player error. The percentages on fortification would ensure that it would be a much bigger difference than that. So, currently, what does fortifications do and why should you get it? As we all know, what fortifications does right off the bat, it makes your buildings stronger, your turrets stronger, it makes them have more health. Also, for plasma mines, and basically every other type of mine in the game where it's an ability, it makes them do more damage overall. And we can show that really quick by watching what happens when just these level 1 mines are run into by a level 3 tank. Now normally, at Fortifications 1, these would not take out a level 3 tank. At Fortifications 3, it might be a different story. If he runs into the other one, the plasma effect would have an effect on the tank. So what would happen is if in a normal game, those 3 mines could probably take out 3 to 4 tanks, on top of the fact that with an Atriox stun of any sorts, such as jump pack brutes, it would come into play where a bunch of tanks or units of any kind on the ground would be stunned and immobilized in that plasma, resulting in a KO of many units. Now it is important to note for Atriox, he has the ability to get plasma mines level 2. And let me tell you, plasma mines level 2 are probably one of my favorite things in the game at this point. While Jetty builds more tanks for our final test, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about fortifications. So fortifications, we did some testing. It does not affect the mines that the jump pack brutes leave on the ground. Nor does it affect the mines produced by ODST squads. ODSTs are not affected by fortifications. However, upgrading your infantry upgrades the damage done by ODST squads with their ODST charges. So a level 3, I'm not talking stars, I'm talking tech-wise, a level 3 ODST would do significantly more damage with their satchel charge to structures and units than they would if they were just left alone and left at tier 0. So for this final test, I'm going to show just how powerful level 3 fortification, level 2 plasma mines are, in conjunction with a combo. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping jump pack brutes. Now you wouldn't need this many in a normal scenario, but just for the sake and purpose of the test and to show you guys what this can actually do to the units. So in a game, you would have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 jump pack brutes alongside your normal army. And what you would want to do is when you're going in for the attack, you want to take your units, get them within jump range, jump on top of the units, wait as soon as they're about to land, and then drop your mines. Now what'll happen is the tanks will prioritize the jump pack brutes. The mines will cloak, and as you can see, completely obliterating a level 3 army of tanks. And they could do absolutely nothing. Another important note is that at the level 2 plasma mines leave a huge residue of plasma. And this plasma does a lot more damage than the level 1 plasma mines do. Sitting in that plasma is not good for your health at all. And what we can have Jetty do is actually build a tank and run into this plasma, and you can see the difference from earlier in the test and how fast a vehicle dies. He's probably going to use a Wolverine real quick just to show you while the plasma is still up. If he sits the wolf right in the middle, Wolverines have a great armor, by the way. So, having the Wolverine to sit... Now, it's important to note that this is just plasma. This isn't even the mines anymore. This is just the leftover residue from the mines. And it lays down for just a while. As you can see, my plasma mine's already 3/4 of the way back by the time that residue subsides. So you can basically keep residue on the map for quite a while. So what we're going to do here for the final test is you saw how much residue is left, or how much health these tanks have left. And that's just from the residue alone. So we're going to do the exact same tests now, but with the level 2 mines. And I will get my stopwatch ready. Alright, Jetty, I'm going to place the mines in front of the base like normal. Just do the 1 tank test.
Okay.
Just going to blow up all 3 mines really quick. Interestingly enough, that doesn't look like the upgraded plasma. But we'll see. So I have started the stopwatch. We're going to have 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds. We're at 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and the tank has died. Now, interestingly enough, that plasma does not look like the upgraded version of the plasma. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the mines just to be sure, and I'm going to have him run into them so that they actually cause their explosion instead of them being actually shot. This could be very important information for you during a game. So what I'm going to do is, Jetty, back up that tank a little bit back up to the base so it doesn't shoot the mines.
Okay.
So I'm going to place these mines. And Jetty, if you could, take a tank and then just run into them. And then just let them blow up and then take that tank and then run it away. Get another tank behind that tank as well. Get ready to go. Because I want you to run right into the plasma as soon as it's ready. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll keep the second one behind it. No, you shot it! It does look like a different type. Look, this one looks way more colorful than this one. It's actually an interesting test point right there. Actually, that's perfect. I'm not actually sure if the one on the right was shot or not. We are going to do another test, but that does look interesting. So they were both going down at about the exact same rate of health there. Actually, Jay, we're going to do that again, but this time get rid of your watchtowers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I self-destructed it, but it didn't.
If you guys can see what I'm talking about, this
disappear.
bubble here looks a lot more defined than these two. And that one looked like it was caused by the explosion of the mine instead of the mine when it's shot, which is a little bit less colorful. Alright, so the final test, I'm going to place the mines a little bit further away because I don't want his tank to shoot them. We're going to let them cloak. Alright, Jetty, go ahead and go in. Just send the one tank in, let it die, and then send put the other tank directly in the middle. God damn. Alright, the timer has started. We are now at 18, 19, 20 seconds. Now keep in mind, this combined with any type of stun from jump pack brutes or other means would keep these units in place. And just at 38 seconds, it has blown up the tank. And the goose still going for... we're going to calculate this here. It looks like it lasts quite a while. It's still going. So it dissipates right at about 60 seconds. It lasts just about 60 seconds. And the mines are already almost back. Alright, so what have we found? And what do we know? We're going to wrap up this video with a little bit of information. We're just going to go back over what we already talked about. Fortifications upgrades the amount of damage and health that all buildings have and turrets for damage. It makes buying expos cheaper. Not mini bases, but normal expos. They become cheaper with every fortifications upgrade. And then what it doesn't tell you on there is that plasma mines, you know, victory mines, any type of mines that you can purchase as an ability do more damage when they explode due to the fortifications upgrade. And once again, the mines from the jump pack routes and other means, other units such as satchel charges, marine grenades, and things like that, are not affected by fortifications. However, satchel charges from ODSTs do get buffed by the infantry upgrade. On the flip side, jump pack brutes, these mines are upgradable. There is no, even with the infantry upgrade, they do not do more damage or anything of the sort.
My hammer thirsts.
So if you're looking for a stun and nothing else, you don't even have to get your infantry upgrade.
Where do you want us?
However, Atriox does have a little secret with their countermeasures. Now, unlike regular jump pack brutes, if Atriox ones with the countermeasures upgrade happens to jump over any unit, they will also be temporarily stunned. So basically, you can carpet bomb an entire army and stun the whole thing. You don't even have to land on the units, which I will show here. Watch the tanks. They immediately are stunned, and I don't even land on them. That is very powerful when it combined with an eradication or the plasma mines. When using this in conjunction, you can decimate entire armies with little effort. You will have to put in the work, though, to practice and get this combo down to a T, however.
Jump brutes ready.
Alright, that was today's episode on how not to be a noob, Mines Edition.